Today, I want to go over a few species that I use in bioactive builds that most people would overlook because they're either too expensive or just thought of as more of a decorative species. First up, we'll start on this end. We have Nesodillo Yeti. This is my bin of Yetis. You can use anything from the Nesodillo genus, technically, whether it be Shiro Yutsuri, Purple Ghost, Silver Ghost, Yetis. I find that all of them do really well in tropical setups. So if you have planted tanks, things like that, they're not too going to eat your plants too heavily. Whereas they will clean up extra proteins and things like that without any issues at all. Price ranging variance is really the biggest one with that one, I would say. On why most don't use them. Second up would be our Cubaris Miyako. They're a smaller, glossier red edge. Again, fast moving, very hardy, great for most bioactive tropical setups. You could probably keep them in most temperate setups too, like a crested gecko or something like that. Just don't let them get overly dry, and make sure there's always going to be a hideaway for retaining more moisture when they need it, whether it be under a water bowl or if you make a specific moss hide for them. They're another great one. Third species I have on our table is Christa armadillidium muricatum, or the Spanish spike. So, also called pineapple spikes, whatever you want to call them, from wherever you are from. These guys are prolific, like you would not believe when you get them going. And they're amazing for cleaning up extra proteins, dead crickets, leaves, whatever you want. Great species for cleaning up and tidying up. You've seen me use them in previous videos for, I believe, my vampire crab setup, actually. And they do amazing in that style setup. I have two more I want to talk about. This one is a temperate to semi-arid species. It's the only one on our list today that I'm going to be showing that is on the closer to the drier end of the spectrum. Trachyleptis caucaseus, I believe it is. And I butchered that Latin, I'm sure of it. They're similar to the native Trachyleptis rathkai that we have in Canada here, except for these guys are a little bit more tolerant, a little bit larger growing, and a little bit more colorful, in my opinion. With a nice red skirt on the males. Females have more of a lighter, almost gray skirt, but a darker midsection on the animal itself. Great for things like, again, crested geckos, corn snakes, stuff like that, if you really wanted to. Something different. Last but not least, probably one of the more expensive species on our list today are Cubaris white sharks. They remind me very much of a panda king. Extremely fossorial by nature. Spend most of their time underground, especially as mankei or babies. So they do really well in tropical setups, whether you have a little mossarium jar or something small like that. These guys do stay smaller than most of our other species that we've talked about today. But they give a great opportunity for something a little bit showier, for that display terrarium that you really want to be sought after when you look in there and see this little red, black, and white guy running around after hours doing his job tidying up.